Okay, my loves, welcome back. I'm back in, and I'm gonna go ahead and tap in to the energy that I was drawn to. Again, I kept hearing flash warning, I'm getting flash warnings, and then last night I knew it was really time to tap in because when I cut the lights on, they started blinking excessively. Here go the corn man. Thank you, Spirit. So they started blinking so much that I knew it was time to tap in. So let's just get into it, okay? The first part I'm gonna tap into is this Gemini energy, okay? Somebody could be 25. I don't know why I kept seeing. I did the last thing, and quarters were significant. I keep seeing 25 cents. Okay, so somebody could be 25 years old, or the number 25 could be very significant. Okay, Wheel of Fortune here. So this is fate. Okay, the energy that I kept getting was somebody trying to keep someone stuck. Okay, there was a homicide energy. Okay, and I was drawn to get the Pokemon card. So this is somebody who's in the in between here, because this is giving like galaxy, the field of flowers. It was definitely giving like final resting place energy. I got Pakistani or Punjabi energy. Punjabi kept coming up super heavily though. Okay, somebody could be losing their spiritual upgrades. Okay, I feel like this is some type of dream invasion energy. And you know there are warlocks and people who practice in the dark arts in every nationality. I was definitely getting a Jafar energy in the villains deck. That's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. Okay. Definitely with this Rose Goku, there's some type of divine protection here. I was drawn also to get masculine energy, okay? So this could be a masculine energy. I feel like there's an ancestor who's giving you foresight on whether you involve yourself with this person. There could be some type of marriage kind of energy, okay? They want you to stand your ground and stand firm or be firm. Now, I don't know if this is somebody who I'm dealing with who is dealing with an undercover brother or sister. So somebody is hiding their personality, okay? They're definitely hiding who they are when it comes to this, okay? Queen of Wands in reverse. Right now you could feel powerless, okay? I'm not getting like this is not giving me some type of energy of like witchcraft or anything like that. Now this could be somebody who practices that, who is losing their spiritual upgrades as well, okay, because of their ill intentions, okay? But this is giving me a masculine energy, okay? Somebody could come from a very karmic bloodline, okay, a bad bloodline, and then I was hearing, now we got bad blood, and it used to be mad love, bad blood and mad love, okay, kind of energy. So it's definitely giving kind of like this kind of relationship energy. Now this could have happened in the past, okay, and this is something that this person is hiding, okay. You could be kind of sad right now too, kind of feeling shattered, kind of feeling like humiliated, okay? I'm getting something about a haircut, okay? Somebody could definitely drive a Hellcat SRT, okay? Red eyes energy, okay? You could have a very small support system, okay? Because I kept getting the energies of people who are manipulated into situations because of a person who manipulates them into thinking that they are there for the better good of that person, and in reality they are a predator. Okay, this person could also be, because one thing we have to understand is some people know how to manipulate the dream space in ways, especially when you're emotionally, energetically, sexually connected to that person. They know how to get to you, right? So something could be about dream invasion, and it also could be in the sense of, you could be somebody who has hopes, dreams, goals, wishes, and they've invaded uh, um your free will, your autonomy, your goals, your dreams. They've been cut because of this, okay? What I was also getting in this energy was somebody shaving somebody's head, okay? I'm also getting something about being drowned or very depressed, kind of feeling humiliated. Somebody could want to or made you feel humiliated. Hella Punjabi energy right now, okay? So kind of like that traditional energy of, like, you know, in the country sometimes where they shave. And that's when I watched the Indian Sweets and Spice movie, where the women who were activists they shaved their head to go against the patriarchy that was in their country. Very beautiful movie, by the way. You could be dealing with somebody who is very kind of militant, or somebody who comes from a military or kind of like a very strict background or bloodline, okay? And the flame is on the tail, so I'm getting like hot-headed energy though, because it's in reverse. This person could be somebody you are committed to but not married to, okay? Spirit wanted me to emphasize that you're single until you're married, so check single on the apps. So this is somebody who could be, you know, I don't know. It's just like feeling like somebody who's super, super committed but not married to this person. So being with a person for a long time. Domestic partnership energy. And I've been seeing a lot today about the elders in our family who stayed in relationships. And a lot of the older women have been coming out and saying how they were forced to be in those relationships with those older men too. Because, you know, back then in the they said the ability for women to say no to their husbands didn't take effect until 1992, when it comes to like spouses SAing their wives, the men SAing their wives. And from the patriarchal perspective and biblical perspective, like traditionally in Christianity, you're taught to submit, and that whenever your husband wanted, you're supposed to give it to him, you know. And they were talking about that, how they were forced to be in relationships with a lot of these older men because of the abuse, okay? I feel like that is something that's very, very, very significant in this energy. And I was seeing that this person is in very low vibrational energy, okay? This could also be you. On a scale of 1 to 10, 0, not at all. So it's like I'm like, they're not at all positive energy, okay? I don't know. This is really a kind of weird energy. They wanted to keep someone stuck, okay? And this could what be led to it, okay? And that's the person who's in between, okay? This could be this warning. There's definitely been some energy about not embracing a trigger, not wanting to trigger somebody as well. It's like somebody's trying to keep them stuck in a karmic cycle. They want you to get out of the karmic cycle of being attached to this type of energy, because it's generational trauma, okay? In order for the wheel to turn, it's like it's up to you, okay? There's something to do with the month of March, and that's going to be on the other side too. I feel like in this energy, it's like somebody feels like they can't get away, okay? It's also about revenge, okay? I feel like that's the energy for that, though, okay? For the other side, this is your ancestors saying to be at peace, okay? And to, with this peace and blessings energy, I feel like you could have had a small support system. Somebody could also be light skinned, okay? Lighter complected, okay? And it's kind of giving this colorist energy as well. So that could be that energy also from my downloads, okay? What is it that you want to say to this person before I close it out? That Ace of Swords. If something is not clear, okay? Somebody looks, it's like right now, something could look very, very good, very peaceful. But they're warning you that this person has a very, very, very dark background. There's a lot of karmic energy attached to this individual, and it's karmic because karmic energy can be positive or negative. It's a lot of negative karmic energy, okay? So this person could have the potential to be I'm getting a lot of postal energy, okay? And that's going to lead me to this next energy as well. So I feel like this person is not being completely honest and upfront, and you don't have the clarity of what you could possibly be getting yourself into when it comes to this, because it appears to be kind of fairy tale kind of energy, okay? But in all actuality, this person could be in this Jafar energy, and it's up to you to turn the wheel into your favor, okay? Yeah, it's definitely a King of Pentacles energy. This is somebody who could be very well off. It could be very much like a gift giver, so acts of service. They could be very much like spoil you. So I'm getting that enough energy again, where it's knight in shining armor energy, but this person could be also very like flashy kind of energy, you know? So I'm getting like trophy wife energy, like trophy wife kind of energy, right? You could be kind of going back and forth about whether you should accept an offer from this person. Trust your intuition. Maybe about going off being by yourself if you are with this person. Trust your intuition. Yeah, it's time for you to balance yourself out, okay? Abstain. Abstain. This person appears balanced, but who are they? Yeah, they don't want to end the cycle with you. It's like something... Yeah. Self-esteem kind of energy, okay? If you are in a situation with this person, you could kind of be hung up about this. Kind of feeling stuck, not having the courage to end the cycle. Maybe you don't want to leave somebody out in the cold. But it's something that they're not communicating with you, some type of action you don't want to take. You need to get out of your head and not trap yourself, okay? Yeah, the Three of Wands energy is not holding yourself back in reverse. It's in reverse. Because this is somebody who's contemplating. This is somebody who's thinking and stepping back, like waiting. They're saying don't wait. Three of Pentacles energy. Five, 3, 3 could be significant. And this person is critiquing how this person looks in this card, you know? It's time for you to take the blinders off, the blindfold off. It's like ripping, I hear ripping the Band-Aid off, okay? Yeah, this is an illusion, okay? It's an illusion, okay? And it's like this type of person, because I saw a video, and I want to close it out for this one. I saw a video of a woman, and she got married to this man. And when it comes to that, rip the Band-Aid off. When they were cutting the cake, I don't know what happened in respond to that. I don't know, because it was only a snippet, you know. But it's like, soon as the vows were spoken and they were at the reception cutting the cake, the Band-Aid was ripped off. And he was so aggressive. He aggressively like flipped the cake off the table or whatever. And this is at their wedding, okay? So I'm getting like whatever's going on, it's an illusion, okay? This is a repetitive pattern. And maybe because you have a small support system, you don't want to walk away from this person. They're saying choose that. You could be confused, not wanting to leave this person in the cold, or taking action to leave or something. You need to be going within here. You're being guided. This is prayer. Cranes in the sky energy. It's going within and healing. This person could want to offer you something. It's like slowly giving you a little piece. You're not stuck. They don't want you to get stuck, okay, with the Ace of Wands reversed. It looks like it's going to be a celebratory now, but there's going to be like a huge loss, okay? Heavy Scorpio energy as well. And then again, I got Gemini energy. They want you to love yourself, okay, honey? No, and get out of your head and love yourself, okay? And if you've already experienced this energy, don't stay stuck in it's time for you to get out, okay? It's time for you to get out. I'm hearing that. Get out. Think more positive about yourself, okay? Have that strength and that confidence. With the Queen of Wands reversed, it's also feeling like right now somebody doesn't have the confidence. You need to trust yourself, okay? You need to trust your own gut when it comes to this. I mean, you could have had signs and you've been ignoring it. Retrace your steps, my love, and replay back some things, okay? So that you can take that blindfold off. And I'm seeing like the vanity card, okay? This person it looks good. Lamborghini body. Pinto guts, okay, my loves? It's that season. You know, that can't get right energy, okay? They're saying soothing impatience, okay? There is nothing to do but wait. That's in reverse. Don't wait, okay? Invoking self-realization, okay? Each breath confirms how awake I already am. And that's in reverse, okay? Wake up. Don't wait. Okay? Yeah, receiving elation here with sacral chakra energy. I am born of infinite joy. Okay? I feel like you're dealing with somebody who's egotistical, but they really know. Everything is for me, not against me, and that's in reverse with integrating the ego. And sometimes we have to release our own ego in a way to where it's not an ego like we are very egotistical in a negative manner to where we are feeling like we're better than another. Sometimes our ego helps us believe that we can fix people, or we can change people, or we can do something that helps a person get through whatever. You're not their therapist. You're not their mom. You're not their father, if this is a masculine energy experiencing this, okay? Because I also see that sometimes as well in some same-sex relationships. You know, some of the masculines can still exhibit that patriarchal energy when it comes to certain things. So we have to just learn how to be careful of that. It's time for you to love yourself and turn into the Queen of Swords energy, okay? Something's not going to work, and it's time for you to stop lying to yourself. It's giving, they're going to rip that band-aid off, okay? They could also have a lot of addictions and they lie about it, okay? What I say, Scorpio energy in reverse, okay? They want you to be patient, okay? If you're the Scorpio, they want you to be patient. If you're the Gemini, they want you to be patient. Whoever or however this is in your energy, okay? Yeah. Somebody is very obsessive, okay? Very obsessive with this Emperor energy, okay? Yeah. It's time for you to release whatever this is and let go, okay? Because it could end up like this if you're not careful. Now, I'm closing it out, okay? I'm going to close it out, and then, excuse me, thank you. That right ear energy is really, really, really significant. Okay. So I'm going to close it out, and yeah, that's it.